Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Liv Morgan may not have had the best night at WrestleMania 41, but her Judgment Day stablemate Dominik Mysterio had a memorable one as he won the IC title. Morgan has now reacted to her Daddy Dom's incredible win at Mania. Dominik challenged Braun Breaker for the IC title at the Show of Shows in a four-way match that also featured Finn Balor and Penta. The former NXT North American champion left everyone in the crowd stunned when he pinned Balor, a fellow member of Judgment Day, for the shocking title change. The fans cheered Dom following the win, a rare occasion for the star who draws jeers in every arena he steps into. This could also potentially result in a face turn for him down the line if he continues to draw cheers from the viewers. Following his win, Triple H shared a picture with Dominik Mysterio, congratulating him on the win. Liv Morgan has now reacted to it by expressing her joy over the moment. Though she's happy for Dominik Mysterio, Morgan herself lost her women's tag team titles at Mania 41, which she held alongside Raquel Rodriguez. The two dropped the gold to Lyra Valkyria and the returning Becky Lynch. Arpit Shrivastava is a journalist who reports on pro wrestling WWE at Sportskeeda. He is also an assistant content manager for the AEW team and has played a pivotal role in building it from the ground up. Arpit graduated in political science and mass communication. From writing for his college magazine while being a huge wrestling fan to pursuing journalism as a career, he has accumulated 5 years of experience in the industry. During the course of his career, Arpit has written nearly 4K articles, garnering over 32 million reads. Besides covering the latest stories in the world of pro wrestling, Arpit mentors several up-and-coming writers and is also responsible for assembling a stellar team for Sportskeeda's all-elite wrestling division. Arpit gives utmost importance to fact-based reporting as he sources information only from reliable outlets. He believes in providing relevant information to readers, allowing them to form their opinions based on legitimate facts. Among Arpit's favorite wrestlers is MJF. He admires the Wolf of Wrestling for his cool, anti-authoritative attitude on television. Arpit is also fond of Sami Zayn's never say die approach and underdog persona. In the women's division, he looks up to Becky Lynch for her sheer aura. WrestleMania 41 wasn't just a night of titles changing hands and legacies being written. It was a night of shock, emotion, and the unexpected becoming reality. Among the surprises that sent waves through the WWE Universe was Dominik Mysterio's stunning Intercontinental Championship win, a victory that instantly silenced doubters and created an unforgettable WrestleMania moment. But while Dominik raised gold above his head inside the roaring stadium, someone else, backstage, in the shadows, was watching with a storm in her eyes and a smirk on her lips. Liv Morgan, the woman who walks the line between chaos and charm. The wild card of the women's division. The one who's always watching, even when no one notices her. And in that moment, as Dominik's hand was raised, she was watching him. No one expected it. Not truly. Dominik Mysterio had clawed his way into a WrestleMania spotlight many thought he hadn't earned. He was the kid who rode Ray's coattails. The Judgment Day's lackey. The loudmouth who ducked fights and hid behind stronger allies. But that night, on the grandest stage of them all, he didn't hide. He stood face to face with one of the toughest champions WWE has seen in recent years and pulled off the impossible. A well-timed 619. A frog splash from the heavens. 1, 2, 3. The crowd gasped. Judgment Day rushed the ring. Confetti fell. And in the chaos of celebration, Dominik became the new Intercontinental Champion. Social media exploded. Critics were forced to eat their words. And fans everywhere tried to process what had just happened. Backstage, though, Liv Morgan had already processed it. She leaned against a steel crate in the dimly lit corridor, watching the monitor. Her arms were crossed, lips twitching with some mix of amusement and calculation. And then, with all the nonchalance of someone ordering coffee, she whispered to herself, "I knew he'd do it." After the event, cameras caught up with Liv Morgan as she exited the arena, black hoodie over her head, her freshly darkened eyes scanning the parking lot like a hunter looking for her next thrill. When asked about Dominik's victory, Liv didn't miss a beat. Good for him. she said, biting her lip. He finally proved he's more than just Ray's kid or Rhea's pet project. Dirty Dom's a champion now. And champions, they catch my eye. She winked. That single wink launched 1,000 tweets. Fan theories began swirling like wildfire. Was Liv just being Liv, chaotic, unpredictable, slightly flirty? Or was there more behind that smirk? She wasn't finished. You know, I've always liked people who surprise me. Dom surprised everyone tonight. Everyone. Except me. The interviewer tried to press her. What did that mean? Was there something going on between Liv and Dominik? Is she teasing a partnership? Or a problem? Liv only laughed, skipping backward into the night before adding, let's just say, I've got plans for the new champ. He just doesn't know it yet. For the Judgment Day, WrestleMania 41 was a defining night. Rhea Ripley retained her title. Finn Balor and Damian Priest looked dominant, even as cracks in their alliance began to form. And now Dominik had brought the Intercontinental Championship into the group's growing empire. But with success comes scrutiny. How would Rhea react to Liv's comments? Would Dominik be able to stay focused with Liv, arguably WWE's most unpredictable woman, suddenly orbiting his world? Could Judgment Day's Tower of Dominance hold firm? Or was it about to be tested from the inside? A backstage source revealed that Rhea wasn't exactly thrilled about Liv's post-match reaction. Rhea's not the jealous type, they said. But she's protective. She made Dominik what he is. And now Liv's poking at that? There's definitely tension brewing. Tension is exactly what Liv Morgan thrives in. She doesn't want peace, she wants movement. Emotion. Reaction. And the more chaos she creates, the more alive she seems to become. Dominik, fresh off his victory, was said to be amused but cautious about Liv's reaction. Whether that caution holds remains to be seen. Let's be honest, WWE has always been built on drama. Some real, some manufactured. But few stars have mastered the art of blurred lines quite like Liv Morgan. She's not just playing a character, she is the character. So what happens next? Does Liv align herself with Dominik, perhaps planting seeds to splinter the Judgment Day from within? Does she seduce him into distraction, aiming for the IC title herself by proxy? Or is this all just a beautifully chaotic distraction, something to keep fans and Dom on edge while Liv targets her real goal elsewhere? Whispers in the locker room suggest Liv has been lobbying for more intergender storytelling. She's interested in pushing boundaries, telling stories that make people uncomfortable, that challenge roles. Dominik, whether he realizes it or not, may have just become the perfect foil for her next act. And it's a match made in mischief. Whether this turns into a full-blown feud, a chaotic alliance, or just a brief moment of intrigue, one thing is clear. Liv Morgan has once again inserted herself into the spotlight without needing to throw a single punch. She saw an opportunity in Dominik's victory. A weakness. A story to be told. And while the world watched Dirty Dom hold his new title high, Liv was already plotting what came next. Not just for him, but for herself. WrestleMania 41 crowned new champions, but it also awakened new rivalries, and perhaps more dangerously, new obsessions. Dominik Mysterio's Intercontinental title win has placed him in the brightest of lights, but those lights cast long shadows. And in those shadows, Liv Morgan waits, smiling, scheming, and ready to strike. Because in WWE, titles are nice. But the real power is knowing exactly how to break the system. And no one breaks it like Liv. Let me know if you want this reworked for social posts, YouTube narration, or even turned into a WWE-style promo script.